It's a pleasure. Pleasure. My name is Joshua. It's a pleasure to have you, join in today's session. And I'm really looking forward to the great and exciting time we're going to have together. You see, it is it is so beautiful, okay, and so essential for you to really be part of something that you know is able to set you on a course on the right course, right? Right from a very early stage. And you see, I've heard quite a number of stories that um, are really, really touching of the fact that I realized that if you don't take advantage of some things very early, it's not going to be God's fault, right? It's not going to be God's fault. It is simply going to, be to your own detriment. One of the things you must realize is the fact that um, you are not the first person to be on earth, all right? And that you're not the first person that will be experiencing life, right? And it is expedient that you know that there are people that have gone ahead of you that have done things, and there are people that also gone ahead of you that have neglected things. And so it is very important that um, you take advantage of time very early. Okay. And I think for Obi tomorrow, I'm going to be treating part of the things I should be touching about tomorrow would be on the issue of time and maximizing time. However, today it's a pleasure to have you here. And I would have wanted to project, something that I'll just read up, that show you about myself, but let me just tell you briefly in case you are interfacing with me for the first time. So I mentioned my name is Joshua Ojo. I'm a graduate, first degree of in mechanical engineering, and also um, master's in business administration. Um, my first degree was in Nigeria, school in Nigeria, and master's in business administration from Quantic School of Business and Technology, Washington. Also, I've been able to be a part of so many amazing things. Because I lead a ministry, I'm a pastor, I lead a ministry, and also coach people. I lead a ministry whose aim or the core of it is helping you realize and discover who you are, and also help you make contact to the core of your being, all right, and be able to maximize what you found out, about what God is doing through you, right? So many things, being able to, interface with so many trainings across different thought leaders in Nigeria, from ministry space to the business space to the personal development phase, and all of that. So it's beautiful being able to, share some of the journey and things I believe that will be of great help to you if you are able to, take advantage of it. I realize that you can be young but yet old. And what do I mean by that? You can be young, but then if you are able to take advantage of so many things that is going to be done, um, you'll be able to take advantage of so many things that you interface with very early. One of the things that it will do for you is that it would help prepare you and it puts you on the better pedestal, all right, in order to make progress. I know for some of us, maybe you're a student, maybe majority now are students, maybe a number of you are working professionals, a number of you business people. Maybe you are a student and you also do business and all of that, and that's very beautiful, right? And I believe that this session is going to be one that you would love, and It's going to really, kickstart a lot of things about helping you really navigate your path and help you, make progress in the things that God has ordained and desired for you. So I know I've been talking since. If you are ready for these, I want you to type ready in the comment section. Tell me ready, ready, ready. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready for this. I'm ready for this. Come on now. Let me see your comment. Let me see your comment. All right, let me see your comment. Ooh, ready, 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 ready. Okay. Yep, yep, yep. I see your comment. I see ready, 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 ready. All right, beautiful. Thank you very much. It's good to see that. And I think at different points in time, I'm going to be sharing a couple of a number of stories with you, which I believe will be very much needed, um, or would really be of great value to you. However, as I start, I want to ask a question, and I want to get your feedback, maybe in a comment. Somebody tell me, maybe I just so that it's something maybe that you can type very fast, or even if you want to speak, it's fine. But if you want to just type in the comment section, no problem. I'm just gonna ask you a very quick question, and if you think that okay, just give me. There is no correct answer. There is no wrong answer. Okay. So the question I'm gonna be asking you, right, is what do you think is common? What do you think is that thing that you can say is common to people in their 20s? What is that thing that you can say is common to people in their 20s? Tell me, tell me, tell me. Let me hear what you think. What is that thing you think is common to those in their 20s? So let me read your comment. It doesn't, like I said, there is no right or wrong answer. Just let me see. I want to let me hear what you think about that, right? I'm going to read comment shortly. What is that thing you think is common to people, in their 20s? What is that thing you think is common to people in their 20s? Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm loving the answers that we are starting with, and I think this is beautiful. Um, Daniel said peer pressure. Wow, I see, I see. Um, please, can we hear me? Is my audio bad? Um, am I breaking up? Is my audio bad? Just let me know. I want to know before I continue, so I know if there is any issue. Okay, don't worry. I'm coming to the comment shortly. I just want to um be sure that we are good. Recording in progress. In progress. In progress. Okay, audio is good. How about my video? Can you see me? There is noise in the audio. Please, guys, I want you to confirm for me in the comment section if maybe. Okay, John said my audio is good. Is that the same for every other person? Is my audio good? Um, please confirm for me quickly. Is my audio good? How about my video? Who's responding to me? Like, I want people that are in, like, that are participating, that are here. That's okay. Johnson, my audio is good. Title said my audio, my video is good. Joseph, my audio is breaking. Oh my God, which comment am I now going to take? It looks like people have okay. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I think um okay, it's better. Okay, sounds is better. Okay, I'm trying to look at it myself now so that hold on. Okay, I might just have to move on for this. Maybe if there are other things, I'm just gonna, try and test that towards tomorrow, right? But for now, I think everybody is able to hear and see me, right? Mm. Okay, so let's get back to let's get back to it. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the comment now. I think I'm seeing some interesting comments, and I can't wait to really read them. Come on, guys. All right. So okay. Daniel said peer pressure. That's beautiful. I love that, Daniel. Good. Peer pressure. Wow. Peer pressure is you're correct. Peer pressure, right? Um, yeah, the feeling that hey, hope I know the doll, hope it lands though I'm laid back, and all of that. So beautiful, Daniel. Peer pressure. Adeleke said, attempt to explore or try out new things. Beautiful, amazing. Yeah, you're correct. Um, Iremi today says irrational decisions. Irrational decisions. Okay, I get it. I get it. Beautiful. Joseph says they are mostly always confused. why did you why did you say always? Joshua said always
My bad, did I
always
just type in pressure
confused.
buttons?
What did you say? Okay, I thought the person was talking to me. Okay. Okay. Except maybe you want to speak
About
first.
my coffee, man, right?
Um, Muslim, are you speaking to me? Or it was a mistake? Okay, let me just move on then. All right. So Joseph, interesting comments. Always mostly confused. Okay, yeah, beautiful. Okay, Joseph, still reading. One thing I think people in their 20s face is the pressure of being financially stable. The pressure of being financially stable. Okay, maybe maybe some persons are rushing you and they're saying, why not? You know, all right, beautiful. Precious says independence. Beautiful. Independence. When you say independence, What context? Do you mean like wanting to be independent, right? Well, you guys have got beautiful comment, right? If there's still more you can type in the comments. I'm gonna read it, right? Um, okay, you remember today says active to trends. Okay, beautiful. Active to trends. It looks like you're somebody that is active to trends. So you wrote that thing. Okay, beautiful. Active to trend. Like nothing, nothing. There is no trend that goes by that, that somebody in his 20s, most likely, or for most people, right, will miss. Like they are always on point. What's the current trend now? What's one of the current things trending now? Someone tell me. I'm looking forward to some people saying some particular things. So I hope they will not fall my hand. Okay, so tell me what are some things that are currently trending? What are some things that are currently trending? Who will tell me? Some things that are currently trending, or something that is currently trending. That maybe everybody is even on it now. People make one content or the other from it. You know, I know one of the things that is trending currently is this trend that says that um yeah, Labubu, yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Pressure, I'm suspecting you. I don't suspect you. What is another trend currently? Nobody's writing Bobe. What's another trend? Another current trend that you like that you are an IT officer, or you like that you can, which of them do I want to pick now? You like that you're an IT officer. Now they told you to share your screen, and you started you started carrying, different. You started giving your screen to different things. Like I'm sharing my screen, and you're carrying a laptop. Okay, no, no, I can never come back. No, no, anything now. No, no. So other persons are not. They're not really trend trend kind of person. Wow. Looks like others are just, they're just chilled people. They don't really do too much like that. Okay. So beautiful, right? Quite a number of things. That's one of the things really, right? And beautiful. I think who started that conversation, it was Rem that said active to trend. And guess what? Everything that you guys have written, they are correct, right? And let me say, first of all, that you want to be grateful of the fact that you are in your 20s, whether in your early 20s, just entering, or even late 20s, or wherever you are currently, or even if you're over 20, this training is still for you, right? Now, one of the things that I want you to come to terms with is the fact that you need to be grateful for it. Because listen, this is going to be one of the best seasons of your life. Listen to what I just said. This is going to be one of the best seasons of your life. Is one of the reasons why it has to, like, it is something that you should be grateful for, right? And when I'm saying being grateful, let me give you an example of what I'm saying. Because gratitude would help you to be able to take advantage of, or harness, use well that time that you have, or this season that you are in. Let me tell you something about this. How many of you have realized this? That when you were in maybe primary school, You couldn't wait to enter secondary school. You were like, let me just go. Like you were looking forward to it. By the time you now entered secondary school, finished, it was as though you couldn't wait to enter the university. It was like, that's where the real world is. That's where the real world is. Then you enter the university. Then, you do this, you do that. Then maybe you find out you graduate, or maybe you're still in the university. And when it gets to some extent, you're in the university, but have you been in the university and you are wishing, or have you been maybe at your tertiary institution and all of that, and you are wishing that when you look at everything around you, you wish you could go back to the time why that time when you were in secondary school. How many of you has that happened to before? In the comment section, let me know if that's happened to you before. That you were like, you people did not tell me that it's like this. I wish, and you're not looking forward. I like, see, secondary school life. See, I wish I can go back to secondary school. This secondary school time was sweet too. How many of you has that happened to, right? Tell me if that's happened to you. You know. Okay, I see me in the comment section here. Beautiful. And you have different moments like that. But let me tell you something. That one of the ways for you to really harness the season that you find yourself is that you are constantly grateful for it. There are many people that they never maximize, they never enjoy the season that they are in, or they never harness the full potential of the season that they are in. They're always looking forward to the next one, and will never, they're always looking forward to the next one, and they will never, never, at any point in time, maximize where they are. Let me help you put it this way. You are always on the lookout for the future. You will never maximize the present. You are always on the lookout for the future. Like you entered, when you were in primary school, you were looking forward to university. When you were in university, you were looking forward to, you are always looking forward to what has not come, that you miss out on harnessing, soaking out the juice in the present where you find yourself. So this is what happens. Many people keep entering different seasons and periods of their lives, and they never maximize any of them. They never enjoy the full potential of any season. When you were in your teenage years, 12, 13, you were saying, I wish I was 18. I'm looking forward to when I'll be 18. You were 18, finish. You were saying, I look forward to when I'll be 20, my 20s. Now you're in your 20s, you're already saying, see, I'm even already tired of this thing. This 20s, see, can we skip to the good parts? Let's skip to the good part. Can we move forward again? So you will never have a period where you are really, really harnessing the fullness of the season that you currently find yourself. Who is following me? Who is following me? If you are with me, say, yes, I am. Type, yes, I am. Type, yes, I am. If you are with me, type, yes, I am. Daniel, I see your comment. Daniel said, I wish I never even came at all. Really? Daniel said he wished he never even came at all. Really? Oh my God. Okay, now. All right. So look at this. This is very important, right? You must learn to enjoy the present. You must learn, and I want you to write that down. You must learn to enjoy the present. You must learn to harness the present. You must learn to make the best use of the present. Are you listening to this? Listen, wherever, and listen, it doesn't matter, even if you are feeling that, but this is not, I don't think this is the best part of me. Listen, listen, let me tell you something. It doesn't matter how you feel about it. One decision I want you to make, which is going to be pivotal to how well you are going to do in your 20s, is that decide that I'm going to make the best use of the time I find myself. Let me give you a practical example. There was a time in my life, right, while I was growing up, while I was in my teenagers, one of the things that I did and which was responsible to building my entrepreneurial ability, right? As a teenager, one of the things that I did was that I find myself selling things. One of the things I did while growing up, all right, because I wanted to, you know, find a way to generate money, right? So one of the things I did in my teenage years, like when I was around, isn't it maybe 13, 14, yeah, 13, 14, 12, 13, 14 thereabouts. I decided to start selling things. So one of the things I did was that I will map out close to where I was staying then. I will map out every area where maybe there is a program, a conference, and all of that. Then I'll target the days of their meetings or the days of their conference and all of that. Then I would go and I have like a mini store, right? Even that time, it doesn't even call the store. I'm gonna get a space, now sell items. Even during, festive period, for example, all these Christmas items for little children. I'll go to the market. I will make you know Christmas cards, right? I'm gonna bring together different items. I'm gonna make them, right. I'm going to, buy some other items at cheaper cost and go to those places and sell them. I go to different, venues and different conferences. I'll go there to sell. Now, one of the things that I can tell you is that those things that I did then, it's not as though I did them in the best possible way I should have probably done them, right? But I can tell you for a fact that those things that looked very little were responsible for some of the abilities that I'm able to harness now. Now, let me tell you why I told you that story. And of course, I should tell you more, right, as time goes on. You might feel that, this current time that I find myself, I'm not really feeling it. And because you are thinking, I wish I had this. I wish I was at this level. Look at this, my friend. I wish I'm like this, my friend now. I wish, because you stayed in the realm of I wish, I wish, I wish, you continue in that state. You stay in that mind frame to the extent that you never now do anything with the current time, with the current resources, even though little, with the current relationships around, like you now refuse to do anything. You decided to throw in the towel because you are expecting a the future. Like, we wish for better. You are looking forward to a better day. Yeah, it's good to look forward to a better day, but it is wrong to look forward to a better day without doing anything with today. You hear what I just said? It is wrong to do to wish and keep hoping for a better day without doing anything with today. I want you to write that down. It is wrong to keep hoping for a better day without doing anything with your today. Because listen, if you keep yourself in that state, you would keep going around a cycle, right? What do I mean by going around a cycle? You would keep finding yourself in a state where you would keep hoping for the future. And I hope you know that once you enter the future, it will become the present, right? So people keep going through that loop. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Tomorrow comes. By the time tomorrow comes, what happens? It becomes today. Then when it's today again, you start looking forward to the next future, to the next tomorrow. And that is how people find themselves in a cycle that never ends. You keep hoping for a better future without doing anything with your with the current day that you have. And so one of the decisions I want you to make tonight is that I am going to maximize my presence. Can you type that in the comment section? I will maximize my presence. Write it in the comment section if you're following me. If it's possible, put your name. Joshua will maximize his presence. I will maximize my presence. Of course, I look forward to greater times coming, but I will maximize my presence. Joshua will maximize his presence. I want you to write it there. Write it in the comment section. I will maximize my presence. I'll maximize my presence. Yeah. Yeah, beautiful. Deborah will maximize our presence. And I'm affirming that to you, even as I speak also, and I'm agreeing with you. Yeah. Daniel says, I will maximize my presence. Beautiful. Precious. Precious will maximize our presence. Joseph will maximize his presence. Yes. Beautiful. Iremi today will maximize our presence. Moses, will maximize my presence here. Beautiful. Listen, one of the things I want you to realize, don't keep don't keep being in fact, don't keep being idle today that you do nothing because you say you are waiting for tomorrow to come. No, no, it is wrong. It is wrong. Don't keep saying, I'm hoping for a better future. I'm hoping for a better tomorrow. Yes, you are hoping for a better future. You are hoping for a better tomorrow. But listen, you are going to make the best use of the presence that you have. And see, when you make that decision, it changes many things for you. I tell you. When you make that decision, are you with me? When you make that decision, it changes. When you make that decision, it changes many things for you. It changes many things for you, right? Because you see, one of the things you must realize is that one of the things that you realize is the fact that God will always work with what you give him. Hmm. Don't worry, I'm going to explain shortly. That God will always work with what you give him. God will always work with what you give him. It is what you um it is what you give God access to, right? That he will work with in your life. So if you keep saying that, this is my present, it's just there, right? I look forward to tomorrow. You will find out that you have completed the last 35 years and you can't point to anything, any major thing that you have done. One of the things you must not forget that I said tonight is that I am going to maximize my present. I am going to maximize my present. Nothing is too small for me to maximize. I am going to maximize my present. Is that okay? You are going to listen. Stop comparing yourself with the people around you. Stop comparing yourself with your. You can be saying that, I wish I had things like this, my friend. I wish I can. I have this. This my friend. Look at what he has. See, let me tell you something, and don't forget this. The grass is always greener on the other side. Write it down. The grass is always greener on the other side because you are not the one there. Oh, are you getting me? The grass is always greener at the other side because you are not the one there. Because you are not the one there. So many times you are looking at somebody else, you are looking at your friend and all of that, and you're like, I wish I'm like this person. Because you are not the person, you don't know other things that is working for you that even that person you are looking at is looking forward to in your own life. Ah, how many of you has that happened to before? That you never knew in your mind, you are thinking that, I wish, I wish I'm like this person. And you never know that the person that you are wishing to be like is also wishing to be like in some other areas. Is someone following this now? Now, this is very important. This is very important. I will maximize my present. No matter what happens, I will maximize my present. I will maximize my present. I am going to make that deliberate decision to maximize what I have. All right. Are we still together? Okay. All right. Let me move quickly. Another point that I want you to note, Another point that I want you to note and not forget, another point that I want you to note and not forget is that nothing is too small. Write it down. Nothing is too small. Nothing is too small. Nothing is too small. And I will tell you what I mean by that. Nothing is too small means that you will never despise your days of little beginning. You can put it at the front of it. I will never despise my days of little beginning. It's very important. I will never despise my days of little beginning. Never, never. I will never despise my days of little beginning. Because you see, my God, um, one of the things that I've realized, right, is the fact that for quite a number of, the part in your 20s, you are not going to have many things figured out. You are most likely not going to have a lot of resources. You are most likely, except maybe, where you came from, you inherited some things from your parents and all of that. But most likely at the starting stage, there would be little for you to work with. The danger that many people find themselves in is that they say, oh, this is too little. Look at this person. You are compared. Let me tell you something. The life of each person is like a notebook. For some persons, you are on chapter 2 of your life, or page 2, chapter 3 of your life. Somebody else, of course, who maybe even came to the world before you, is older than you. Somebody else is in chapter 12 of his life or her life. Somebody else is in chapter, 35 or 25. Guess what happened? Because you many times you are looking forward to maybe a mentor, a role model, and all of that. So many times you project your expectations so high, right? So the person that you look at who has done a lot of things, who you are looking to be like, the person most likely maybe is in his late 20s or 30s or 40s. Look at the problem many people put themselves in. Look at this person. And when they look at this person, the next thing they start getting themselves into is frustration, not inspiration. In your mind, you are like, I wish I can be like this person now. But you did not know that the person was like you or even worse than you when the person was your age. So you are 22 or you are 21, but you want to be comparing yourself to the current result of somebody that is 38, somebody that is 42, somebody that is 31. And you are like, why am I not like this? Listen, when you look at people and you see in them what you desire, and what should come to you, you must. And listen, I'm not saying that if you're someone who is not like that, you must train yourself into it. You must talk yourself into it, right? That if I see someone who is living in the future I am looking forward to, I will only draw inspiration, not frustration. I will only draw inspiration, not desperation. Are you getting this? I will only draw inspiration, not frustration. I will only draw inspiration, not desperation. Let me know if this is making sense to you. Are you getting this? Is this making sense to you, right? Are you following this now? That when I look at somebody that is ahead, I will not be put. Now, I can encourage myself to get better. I can encourage myself to do more, but I will never put myself in a state, listen, where I become frustrated, where I become, where I become desperate. I will never put myself in that state where I become desperate, where I become frustrated, right? Because it's very important. I will never put myself in that state where I am desperate or where I'm frustrated. I will learn and be inspired, but not be frustrated, not be depressed. Because it's one of the things, somebody mentioned peer pressure while I was talking the other time, and which is very correct, right? Yeah, peer pressure, where people, find themselves in a state where you they find themselves in a state where they are not they are, because of what they see in someone that they look forward to, they are no longer they are no longer um contented with their presence. So all you now want to be like is like the person that you're looking at. You don't know. So now let me tell you something. I want to share a secret with you. See, should I talk? Should I talk? I'm struggling with great. Are you talking to me? I don't know if you're talking to me, but I'm struggling with the audio. Hmm. Or am I breaking up? Am I breaking up? I believe you should be able to hear me. I think my network is stable. Hi guys, talk to me in the comments. Are we good? Can you still hear me? All right. Okay, we can hear me. All right, beautiful. We can hear me. Beautiful, we can hear me. All right. All right, we can hear me. So very quickly, I've said quite a number of things that I've not even gone to, even the note that I prepared, for us, right? So let me begin to bring us to um some of the details I would really, want us to pay attention to tonight. We have quite a number of things to treat, and we we are going to just move from there, right? Okay. So, question. Where's my flag? Okay. Okay, before I go to questions, one of the things I want to, so I've emphasized two things. Who can highlight it in the comment section to me? The two points that I've highlighted. If you agree or if you've been following me, I wanted to just highlight those 2 points in the comment section. I think maybe if they're more than two, but then there's a lot. Can you highlight in the comment section? Let me see. The two things I've talked about, I've discussed. Highlight in the comment section. Let me see if you're following.
I don't care.
Hey, all right, precious. Beautiful. Okay, make use of the present. Make use of the present. Maximize. Okay, beautiful. Who else? Or should I move on to the next thing?
Alright.
We good. Okay, so now let's move on. Right? Let's do this. So one of the things that I want to do tonight, that I want to emphasize tonight, um, Okay, beautiful, Tofumi. So I was looking for this. You're most likely not going to have many things figured out in your 20s. In fact, it's not like you are most likely, sir. You are not going to. You're not going to. So let go of the pressure. All right. Let go of the pressure. You see, okay, I'm going to come to it shortly, right? I'm beautiful. I see that. Never despise the days of your little beginning. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. All right. So now I want to address how the way you think shapes the way you live. How the way you think shapes the way you live. How what you think will shape how you live, right? And this speaks a lot to your thinking pattern, your thought process, your mindset. All right. Because listen, your mindset will form the foundation of the decisions you will make, of the behaviors that the behaviors you have. Um, okay, I don't know if someone is trying to speak or maybe you are not just muted. Um, Phineas the Great. Are you trying to say something? Oh, okay. All right. I guess you're not just muted. All right. So that your mindset will form the foundation of the decisions that you take, your behaviors, and which would eventually lead to the ultimate outcomes of your life. So in your 20s, many things are happening. Your brain is still trying to, form pattern, adjust to, different things because it's as though it is in your 20s that you're just coming into, um, a new world entirely. Because for many of us, from when you've been like knowledgeable, right? Since when you became aware of yourself, you've always been in school. Many of the things about your life has been planned for you. So from when you were small, you were in nursery, from a nursery to primary, from primary straight up secondary, from secondary. So you had no breathings. There was no need for you to plan anything. And this is one of the dilemmas that people fall into because all through your life, for like the first 19, 18 years or 20 years of your life, you never needed to plan anything for yourself. Everything that you needed to do was already planned. Your education was already planned. So your primary was already planned that you will spend 5 years. So you don't have to be thinking, what will I do in the next 2 years or 3 years? Immediately you were done, right, with um your secondary, university came in, you didn't have to be thinking, what will I do with my life? The only reason why you would have to think, what will I do with my life, is probably maybe you did not get admission early. Am I correct? And all of that. But let's say you got admission immediately. You got into school, right? You're studying a 4-year course, 5-year course, 7-year course, and all of that. So for the first like 18, 19, 20, 21 years of your life, you didn't have a need to figure out anything because there was no need. There was already a planned template that you were walking through. So in your mind, subconsciously, you thought everything would be fine, right? And that there is no problem, right? Until after you maybe graduated from your tertiary institution, for example, and suddenly it now looks as though, is my life useless? You find yourself, maybe you've been applying for jobs and all of that, jobs are not coming yet, you don't have money to start a business and all of that, and you're like frustrated. Hey God, what is going on? Am I useless? It is at that time people now go, what's the use of my life self? I'm not even doing anything reasonable with my life. Now welcome to a stage where you would now be introduced. Okay, you're welcome to a stage where you will now be introduced to, taking life at, you now have a need to plan out life. It has always been planned for you over time, but now you now need to plan out something. You need to take some steps that you would need to take initiative for. You never needed to take initiative for the first 2019 years. But now that you're done from tertiary institution, for example, you now need to take initiative. Then it will now look like, I'm not getting this thing. What am I supposed to be doing with my life? But this training is going to help you in great in no small way. All right. So back to what I'm saying about mindset. Okay. Now, there are why everybody find themselves in this condition, where you're trying to figure things out and all of that. There are two mindsets that would differentiate the people that find themselves in this category. Two mindset. Number one is the fixed mindset. The fixed mindset. The fixed mindset. And number two is the growth mindset. Number one is the fixed mindset. Number two is the growth mindset. Now, what is the fixed mindset, right? A fixed mindset is the one that believes that, or people with this mindset are the people that don't really believe things can change or get better. They are the people who believe, who try to avoid challenges. They are people who don't want to give themselves to things because they are not sure of the outcome that they are going to get from it. So they are not ready to do something and the thing will not work out. But guess what? One of the things you must know, which now applies to someone who has the growth mindset, one of the things you must realize and know is that you must not be afraid to try many things, because at the start, many things will seem not to work. But let me correct the notion. It is not as though things are not working, even though you don't see the response or the answer you're looking forward to. You must understand that there is something called process. Process is different from destination. What many of us are looking forward to is the final product. But listen, in your 20s is where you are going to be forged. There is something that is going to happen to you that is going to build tenacity, that is going to build patience, that is going to build stability, that is going to build audacity. For some of you, while you were in school all through, you never had to face anything head on. You never had to, defend an opinion at any point in time. But suddenly, a time comes, right? But suddenly, a time comes where you would now be like, this this little money, this, let me tell you something. So for me, right, when I was in my early 20s, for example, one of the things that I had to do when I was in my early 20s, right, one of the things that I had to do was to pick up a skill. And I'm someone that if possible, I like to, just keep to my space. I don't want to show myself, and all of that. I know you are doubting that from this corner, that you be like, hey, this person that is talking, you don't look like someone that wants to hide it, just wants to be to himself and all of that. But the skill that I had to take up, all right, and make income with it requires that I face people, requires that I defend opinions, requires that I negotiate and not allow people to cheat me. How many of you have done business before? Especially in this Nigeria. Have you done business in Nigeria before? Where you call a price of your product or what you are selling to somebody, and by the time they respond to it, they slash the price, and you're trying to, look for reasons to convince them to buy at that price. Ah, who? Oh, people here are not doing business. I was thinking I would see comments like people, resonating with that. It looks like everybody in this, or people that are in this training, they came from the UK, where you have maybe some plot of land. You just said, let me join this training for joining sake, let me just see what they are doing. I'm okay in the UK. I love that, yeah, okay in the UK, that's okay. Remy today said, me, all right, beautiful. Like, assuming you had your way, you don't like those kind of videos. Like, you wish you could just keep your space. Like, oh God, what's all this? Like, I wish I can just be to myself and bro. But you find yourself in a state where you have to talk, you have to be vocal, or they'll carry your money away and all of that. And so I was in that stage, right? When I started is that my first business or second? But that should be second, right? Yeah. I think that should be second, right? Yeah. So when I needed to talk, I needed to speak to people, and all of that. And if I don't talk, I will not make money. I needed to negotiate, based on the price that you give and all of that. But you see, somebody that has a fixed mindset, they don't want to fail. But the irony about it is that in your 20s, get ready to see a lot of things that will not work. And listen to me. Oh, listen to me. There is nothing wrong with you when that happens. It's not like you're not okay. It's not like you're not okay. Everything is just fine. You must know, right, that there are many things that most likely will not work. Now, I said the other time that I wanted to say something to you, right? And that is, you see, when you are just starting out, when you're just starting out, I said the other time I wanted to mention a secret. I think it skipped my mind, so let me state it now. When you look at somebody and you are happy about what they're doing, you like the results that you are seeing through them and all of that. Pay attention. Pay attention. I want to tell you something. Many times, what many people look at is what they are doing currently at that their level. So you are 22, but one of your role models or mentors, someone you look up to, is 32. You love or 35, whichever. And you love what the person is doing. You love the result you are seeing through the person. Let me tell you one mistake that many people make. You will now start looking for what is this person doing currently that is bringing this kind of result. That is not the accurate way to look. What you're supposed to look at, because you must know, maybe you are 22, for example. The person that you are looking at is 32. That's how many years difference. Oh, come on, who's following me? Let me see your comment so that I can know how to move. How many years difference is that? Beautiful. Thank you, Jeremy, today. 10 years difference. Now, what many people do is you are now trying to look at the person at that level and look at what they are doing currently. But that is not the and now when you look at what they are doing currently, you now want to do what they are doing at that, like you want to go and replicate what they are doing at that point. But this is not the accurate way for you to, because many times what they are doing at that level that is giving them that result, they have firstly built a foundation that is giving them that kind of result. So many times when you just want to imitate and replicate what they are doing at that level to get the results they are getting at that level, many times you'll find out that it will not work. Because there is a foundation they built 10 years ago when they were like you that is responsible for the things that they are now doing currently, now that the person is 32. So what you should find out is what was this person doing 8 years ago, 10 years ago when they were like me? Because you are seeing the version of the person that you are seeing has been built for 10 years ahead of you. It has been built 10 years ahead of your age now. So what you want to know is when this person 10 years ago, what was this person doing exactly? An example, you see somebody that already has business, right? And the person has branch in Lagos, Port Harcourt, and Abuja. And in your mind, the first goal that you want to set for this year is that I want to have branch in Lagos, Port Harcourt, and Abuja. I have somebody that I'm looking up to. Question: what was this person doing? Because you must know that for somebody to have different businesses that they are now doing now, or that is located in different states, there are things that have been built as foundation. It means they have trained people. It means there has been stacking of different skill sets. Are you getting this? There has been stacking of different skill sets responsible for now that they are not able to branch out. There has been branding, there has been trainings, there has been hirings of people. There has been training on how to hire the right people. Because imagine you open up in a state and somebody decided to carry, your business in that state, and they run away with it and your money. So the right question you're supposed to be asking at that level is, what was this person doing 10 years ago when they were like me? You'll be surprised the course they were taking at that time. You'll be surprised the training they were taking at that time. Maybe at that time they had not even started that business. They were training under somebody. Are you getting this? Because when you try, I know you are inspired about where the person is right now, but you just want to replicate the result of that person at that level without paying attention to the things that were done before the person reaches that level. Now, when it doesn't work out for you, or when you fail at it, you will not be annoyed. You will not be like, oh, why is this not working? You will not get frustrated. You will not be like, nothing is working. In fact, there's something has happened to you before. Then you say, there is something they are not telling us. Yeah, there's something they are not telling us about this business because I did it and this thing did not work. For people in business, for example, if you have somebody in business that you are looking up to, and by the way, I want you to, are you getting something from I'm trying to explain? What you are hearing, I'm telling you that they are not things that were gotten for free. What you're hearing, what I'm sharing. So I hope you value them. I hope you value them. Example for somebody that is in business. Have you realized that maybe when you take a business training or somebody says, okay, buy a course, and in in because with this course, for example, this course that I am giving you, in 30 days, I was able in 30 days, I was able to do, 700 sales in 30 days, which is an average of maybe, like, let's say, that's um over two over or close to 200 sales in a week. And if you buy this my course, you can also do it like I did it. Now, is the person lying? No, the person is not lying. But you must know the the what is backing up what the person is saying. You must know the level the person is, his heart, that is making the person get that result. Do you know what? The person that is telling you that I made maybe 1,000 sales in the past 30 days, you can do it like me. The person that is telling you that has maybe 20,000 followers on Instagram. The person built a community that has over maybe 15,000 people, of which at least 5,000 are active. The person has, LinkedIn page, Facebook page, running to over maybe 50,000 followers. Now the person tells you that I made over 1,000, sales, right, in 1 month from this product. You can do it too. You that you want to imitate the person, number one, first, your Instagram, you is on private. You have 32 followers. Many of the 32 followers are your friends from secondary school and tertiary institution, or your fellowship friends, or your departmental colleagues. The the Facebook and all of you don't even know anything about community. The only community you know is the one with your family and your friends where you are. Now the person tells you that you can do the same thing that I did. Question: what are you supposed to do first in order to be able to have the result the person is having? Who wants to answer me? Who wants to answer me? Does anybody want to speak to answer? Who wants to answer that question? What do you think you should do when you hear that kind of a thing? Does anybody want to say something? Or maybe you can even type in the comment section, but I'm just thinking maybe it might be taking some time for you to type. But if you can type quickly also, you can also type in the comment section. Look forward to it. Okay, I have Joseph. Joseph says, invest time to build the system upon which their results rest on. Hmm. Joseph, that's beautiful. I love that. Beautiful. I feel like giving you a gift. Should I? I like that response. Invest time to build the system upon which, okay, he said I should give you a gift. Okay. All right. I want to send airtime to you then. Yeah. But that response was fast too. When I was, people were not responding. That yes, please was very fast too. Okay. So I'm gonna give you, so I owe you, for quick response, I owe you 500 airtime. So drop drop your details on our group, on the WhatsApp group, and just tag us, like state yourself so that I can recognize the person and the phone number that should be credited. All right, is that okay? All right, beautiful. So investing to build the system upon which, so beautiful. So what you are supposed to do is that you want to firstly, and put yourself in a state where you give attention to invest or learn or grow in what they were growing in some years ago before that time. Say, listen, when you know and understand some of these things I'm talking about, you will not be under some undue pressures again. I tell you. You will not be under some undue pressures again. I'm telling you. I'm serious. Because many of the things many of us go through is that you start becoming frustrated and depressed because you are comparing yourself to somebody that has paid his dues or her dues. All you need to do is to pay your dues also. And when I say your dues, I mean putting in the work that you need to do. So, oh my God, been trying to explain quite a number of things. So I've not moved too much in what I want to teach us. But if you're getting this, right, if you're understanding this, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Let me know if this is of value to you, right? I want to know what to focus on, and because I have a whole lot, to discuss with us. And I have to finish by 9. I have to finish by 9. So are you getting what is this valuable to you? Are you getting something from this? Is this valuable to you? So I was talking about a fixed mindset, right? And the growth mindset. So somebody that has the fixed mindset, they have a mindset. Okay, beautiful. I see your comment. All right, thank you. Nice. I see your comment. Remain today, Faith. Adeleke, talk for me. You're beautiful. Thank you. So growth mindset, a fixed mindset, right? Wants to avoid challenges, wants to give up easily, wants to they don't really appreciate they are not really, they don't want to put in the effort. And even when they put in the effort into work, they are not really thinking it's going to work, right? Because of maybe the past experiences that they've had, things that they feel that. But growth mindset, all right, believes that, his abilities or abilities can be developed through dedication and commitment. He believes that, even when I fail right now, the challenges are opportunities. The challenges are opportunities for me to grow. And for them, failure is not failure. Failure is feedback. Did you hear that? Somebody with a fixed mindset sees failure as a problem. Somebody with a growth mindset sees failure as a feedback. Can you type that? I see failure as feedback, not problem. I see failure as feedback. In fact, I also, as you type it, I want you to say it to yourself. I see failure as feedback, not problem. I see failure as feedback, not problem. I see failure as feedback, not problem. I see failure as feedback and not problem. Failure as feedback and not problem. Now, still on mindset, I've mentioned to you, I've helped you understand, there is a fixed and a growth mindset. Another thing that I want to address for you is scarcity and abundance mindset. Scarcity and abundance mindset. So I treated fixed and growth mindset. The next I'm going to treat is scarcity and abundance mindset. Beautiful. I see your comments. Beautiful. Favor, beautiful, talk for me, beautiful Remy today. Beautiful, precious, beautiful Joseph. Yeah, I see failure as feedback, not problem. All right. So now the next one I'm treating is scarcity and abundance mindset, or scarcity and abundance thinking. Scarcity, somebody with a scarcity mindset in their 20s, they think this way, all right? They think this way that there is, there is not enough. This thing is not enough. you know, like there can't be enough to go around. They just somehow believe that if this person is winning, then I have to be losing. It's either this person is winning and I am losing, or I am winning and this person is losing. They never believe, and some of you are like that, that you never, there is something about abundance mindset that makes you know that birds can fly in the sky without touching, each other, or colliding with each other without any accident. So some of you, because of that scarcity mindset, sometimes when some things come to you, you just want to hoard them. You want to be like, hey, this is my own chance. So nobody should come and know, this is my own chance. I don't want nobody, I don't want stories. Are we together right now? Now, this is very important. This is very important that you must you must have that abundance mindset, knowing that somebody can win and I can also win. And that mindset is common with Nigerians or Africans, right? That you believe that this thing cannot go around. That this thing cannot go around. You just have that mindset. No, that is wrong. Okay. Somebody with a scarcity mindset will say something like, things can never be enough. It's either one person is winning and the other person is losing. But someone with abundance mindset, you know that my neighbor, my friend can be doing well and I will also do well. The success of my friend is not the reason why I'm failing. My friend, the reason why I am doing well, the reason why I'm failing is not because my friend is doing well. My friend is not using my glory. My friend is not using my glory. I did not eat therefore, I promise you. They did not roll and fall for me. So look at this now. And once I'm done with this, I'm gonna give you a break of maybe um a break of maybe 5 minutes, and I'll just want you to may discuss on the group what you've learned so far. Not this group, on our WhatsApp group. We just have like 5 minute break, and we'll just Just come back. But for now, I'm not yet done. Not now. I'm not yet done. So now, so that is the growth and the abundance, mindset. Now, I want to now start addressing some very, very key issues when it comes to mindset that traps people in their 20s. One of it is comparison, which is what I already started with, is comparison. One of the blessings of our generation that we had in our generation, yeah, blessings, is social media. But it also looks as though alongside that blessing came some adverse side effects. Because it looks as though the social media is supposed to help you connect with the world, right? And help you get inspired and see things that, maybe might not be within your reach. Social media helps to educate your mind and all of that, right? But guess what? One of the things that social media has also done is that it has helped to fuel, unhealthy benchmarks where people look at you be like, wow, these people are doing well, they enjoying, see my own life. You have forgotten that everybody's life always looks good on social media. Have you seen anybody post something on social media that is not really enticing and is not really, like the best of the best? Have you seen anybody post their life that is not doing well on social media? If they post their life that is not doing well on social media, it would have to be that they posted something maybe to appeal to people's emotions, maybe to gather money and all of that. But guess what? Nobody posts what is not their best on social media. Am I correct? Do you agree with me? So one of the traps of your 20s is comparison. Another trap of your 20s, so number one is comparison. Number two is what I call FOMO, the fear of missing out. The fear of missing out. And that's the reason why Ponzi scheme, you will find Ponzi scheme selling so well. All right. And they're able to, dupe more people, no matter how many times those Ponzi schemes come again and again. They keep because they know how to take advantage of your emotions. They know that you have that fear of missing out, that something like, this is what everybody is doing now. If I don't do it, it means I'm left out. Is a lie. How many people do you know? You see, one of the things social media has also done is that, and you guys don't know that social media works by algorithm. Social media works by algorithm. So what do I mean by social media works by algorithm? It works in such a way that it studies your behavior over time, and eventually it will start bringing to your feed, all right, based on what it has studied by your online behavior. So somehow your social media has been filtered by the algorithm to bring to you what it looks like you are always interested in. And that is the reason why, for example, when you keep seeing something on social media, in your mind you think that is all there is to the whole world. You would, when you see this particular stuff on social media, you'd be like, I'm the only one that is left out. Look at what my mates are doing. Look at how many of your mates did you see. I mean, how many posts, how many things validated to you, maybe a number of your friends, on your status on WhatsApp status, how many friends you have on your WhatsApp status? Do you know how many people are on earth? Do you know how many people are in Nigeria alone? Do you know how many young people are in Nigeria alone? Not to talk of Africa, not to talk of the world. And in your mind, you are thinking, I don't want to be left behind, though. So Ponzi schemes and all of these guys, they know how to take advantage of that to see that you fall for their scams. So comparison, fear of missing out. Another thing is the fear of failure. The fear of failure. Some of you here, you overthink things. You overthink and you underact. You overthink and you underact. You think so much to the extent that You finally did not do anything. Because by the time you do over-analysis, you would always find something wrong with something that is even just starting. You would always find something wrong. Remember that in your 20s, there is just so much ground to still cover. So the failure that you need to fail now, start early so that you fail it early and skip to the other parts that are coming that will bring success or what you consider success. The fear of failure. So some persons don't want to fail, and so because of that, they would they prefer to they prefer not to make attempts at all. They prefer not to make attempts at all. You don't want to fail? Really? Really? You don't want to fail? Ha 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 ha. It's also because of the way failure has been interpreted to us. Failure has been interpreted in the wrong way to many of us, right? And we think failure is not always something bad. For some of the things that you'd engage in, right? Failure will be the best thing that would have happened to you as far as that thing is concerned. I'm serious. Believe me. That failure will be the best thing that needs to have happened to you in that instance, in that situation. Another point that I want to mention, which is part of the traps, right? Um, Part of the mindset traps in your 20s that you need to watch out for and deal with. Another thing is imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome. This one, you even try your best. You do things, but somehow you feel that you don't deserve it. When something even now happens, it's becomes successful and all of that. You just somehow feel, I don't, I'm not worthy of the accolades that comes with it. Have you seen people that they never have you seen people that they never they never take compliments? If you're like that, you need to break out of it. Let me give you an example. You did a good job in something, and somebody is trying to, wow, I didn't know you are this brilliant and very, very, you delivered so excellently well. And you're like, me, brilliant. Me, I don't know Boko. And your mind, no, it's not really me. I was not even thinking about it. I just said I should try. Really, it's not really. See, what do I even really know? Stop it. Stop it. Let me put my hand in your face. Stop it. When somebody is trying to, somebody, no, it's not really me. Somebody is trying to, you dressed well, for example. You dressed well in particular, and somebody is trying to commend what you wore. All right? You spent money on that clothes or buying that clothes, and somebody says, wow, you look so beautiful in this gown. Wow, how much did you buy? No, it's not really me, it's God. No, in fact, I don't even really buy it. Yeah? Did they ask you? Did they ask you for explanation? Can't you just accept that it was beautiful and it is beautiful on you? Must you explain? Must you ṣàlàyé? It's not really no. Actually, in fact, it's not even, in fact, this one is not even the original one. It's just fake. That you even, but you can just thank you. I really do appreciate. Accept the compliments. Accept it. Type in the comment section. I will accept compliments with my full chest. I will accept compliments. Type it. I learn to accept compliment with my full chest. With my full chest. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Type it. I learn to accept compliment with my full chest. With my full chest, I'll accept it. You must break that power of imposter syndrome where you always feel undeserving when people are trying to compliment you on the things that you achieved. Where are my people? Where are my people? Type it, type it. Joshua will accept. What is that? What have I missed? Are you just coming? No, you have missed a lot if you're just coming. Please let me to tell him. Yes, yes. Accept compliment. Not the shalaye, not the shalaye, not the shalaye. If you are beautiful, if they say you are beautiful, you are beautiful. If they said you did the work well, good job. You did, yes, it was a good job. And who did it to you? Don't be doing is before they go and think I'm very brilliant like that. Don't let me accept what do I even know? Me. Who knows me? Well, yeah, I don't really know. No, I'm not really like that. So like you just came at this time, you people, it's not really my I'm not really that good. You are good. Did you hear what I said? I said you are good. You did a good job. They said you are good. I hear what I'm telling you. You are good. Learn to accept the compliment. You are beautiful. What you're wearing looks very nice on you. You made a very beautiful hair. Your haircut is nice. You spoke so well when you made the presentation. No, they shalaye. Are you with me? Oh my God, I said I wanted to give break. Should I still give us 5 minutes break? Should I still give us 5 minute break? Yeah, I'm gonna give us 5 minutes break. Tofumi said no. I should not. Really? You don't want again. So I should continue, right? Okay, if you say so. Is everybody in agreement I should continue? Or we should have 5 minutes? The 5 minute break is for you to share. Okay, maybe what we should do is maybe we'll just share on the group at the end of the session. Should we do like that, right? Maybe we'll just share our feedbacks, what stood out for you in this movie. We'll just share that at the end. Should we do like that? Is that fine? I think you should do it like that, okay? All right, beautiful. I actually do still have a lot that I want us to treat. And by the way, I must not forget this. We have a task. I'm going to be sending a link on the group. There is an assessment that I want you to take. All right, you're going to take the assessment and you are going to tell us your results. Share your result on the group, like the results that the assessment gives you, right? It's going to be a personality test assessment. You are about to break out into some things. You're about to know why you are the way you are in some particular areas. Okay. So let me continue. So having mentioned some of these, of course, I know I've talked about how to deal with them, right? The common traps in your 20s. Let me begin to walk you through a number of things very quickly that you can do to make progress in those things. One of the things that you can do is that you surround yourself with one of the things you can do is to surround yourself with people that speak growth and not defeat. People that speak growth and not defeat. You must give yourself to an environment of people who will spur you to growth. Remember, I mentioned to you already, when you see someone doing better than you in something, you should be inspired, not frustrated and depressed. When you see someone doing something better, learn to note what was the person doing when they were at your level. Are you getting it? So now you don't have a problem surrounding yourself with people, all right, who would speak growth, who looks like where you are going to. Number two. Hmm. Are you ready now? Number two. Learn to journal your thoughts. Learn to journal your thoughts. Right? When I say journal your thoughts, learn to write. For some of us, you are not really someone that writes. I want to propose that to you. It's one of the things that you should leave this training with. I want you to learn how to write. Like, give yourself feedback. So, for example, when you want to start your day, in fact, write how you want to spend your day. List some of the activities that you want to do. Don't plan it in your head. Don't keep it in your head. Put it either in a small notepad or use your phone's notepad. These are the things I want to do today. These are the time I want to do these things. By the time you are done with the day, give yourself some minutes to evaluate what were the things I was able to achieve, what were the things I was not able to achieve today, and why was I not able to achieve them. But back to what I was explaining, you must learn to journal your thoughts and identify recurring negative patterns. You must learn to journal your thoughts and identify recurring negative patterns. So, for example, like what I was explaining to you on imposter syndrome, when you journal, when you write, at the end of the day, you want to evaluate how you did today. One of the ways you can decode that you are suffering from this imposter syndrome is that by the time you take feedback of your day, you write, okay, I was complimented today, but I was shy about it. By the time you do it for a week or over a span of seeing maybe like 5, 6 times or 5, 6 times that somebody tried complimenting you, you were trying to explain it away, then you know there's something wrong. But you will not be able to track that if you don't write down. Part of the things that I've been able to track about myself was because I was writing them down. Make short notes in your notebook or your phone's notepad. But I do notebook, right? Though I plan my day using my phone's notepad, right? Because I can easily go everywhere with my phone. But in terms of maybe, yeah, feedback, something I also write them on my phone, but I usually would like to use notebooks, for things many times, right? So you find books around me. So that is number 2. Learn to journal your thoughts so that you can identify, this thing has happened again and again. For some of you, you always act when the deadline is almost here. You submit assignment late. You get to the exam all late. You always find they ask you to prepare a presentation. It's always last minute. Your presentation is last minute, right? So you are always finding yourself in a state where you are not always ready. For example, that's one of the feedback you will see when you learn to journal. One of the things I've mentioned that one of the things I mentioned the other time is that you must practice gratitude. Number 3, practice gratitude. I mentioned it at the beginning. And number 4, so I already explained that at the beginning, so I don't want to go through that again. Number 4 is replace negative internal dialogue with scriptures. Replace negative internal dialogue with scripture. What do I mean by that? Maybe you have a feeling that you are not good enough. What should you do? Your next assignment, all right, is to replace it. What has God's word said about me? You want to find, I'm going to look for 5 scriptures that talks about and affirms my identity. Then I'm going to read and meditate on it every day for the next 7 days. So, for example, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. So you use that one to counter the feeling that makes you think that you're not beautiful. As a is, so I am in this world. So you use scripture, all right. So you know what they call displacement method or substitution method in mathematics, right? Where you practice a system where you try to re-engineer what has been there before using something else. So just to give a recap, I said number 1 under that is that you surround yourself with people who speak growth and not defeat. Number 2 is that you learn to journal. Number 3 is practice gratitude. Number 4, replace negative internal dialogue. All right, very important. Are we still together? And I want you to write the scripture and go and meditate on it, all right? Proverbs chapter 23, verse 7. Proverbs 23, verse 7. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Your life would always reflect your thoughts. Everything happening in your life right now is because of the thought pattern, right, that you have built for yourself over time, which has to change. Are we together now? The thought pattern that you have built for yourself over time. All right. So let me see what I can do with this session, this second part, and I will close on that. So we've treated mindset, right? The next thing I want to treat now is making peace with where you are. I mentioned it briefly at the beginning, but I want you to be able to have it down. Making peace with where you are, speaking more to clarity over chaos. Making peace with where you are. And one of the things that I helped you understand at the beginning is the fact that in your 20s, there are many things that will be unclear. There are many things that will look as though they're not, you don't have them figured out. It looks as though there are many choices, but with little certainty. It looks as though, um, um, you're trying to find clarity, you're trying to, find so many, you're trying to find yourself in the world. You're trying to find your space. You're having the pressure to figure it out, to figure all out. Now, let me mention this to you. It is fine for you not to have it figured out. It is very okay for you not to have everything figured out. It is very okay. It is perfectly fine. Nothing is wrong with you. You are okay. The feeling of thinking that, let me quickly figure out everything, figure out my life, is why you are burning out and you are not maximizing the time that you have currently. Let me give you an example that I think would actually interest you. How many of you maybe you've tried to use like a torchlight in the dark before? Maybe you've tried to use a torchlight in the dark. Maybe you're trying to go somewhere. Maybe they ask you to go out of the go to the streets to go and buy something. And you have to use a torchlight, all right, or a lamp to see your way. How many of you agree with me that when you use the torchlight and you're moving forward, for many, for most times, you don't see everything at the front. Like you don't see everything at the front as though, you don't see your destination, but then you still keep moving. All you need to see is the next step, the few meters in front of you, and you are ready to move with the torchlight, right? Many times the torchlight will not see the end from where you are. Who agrees with me? Am I correct? Many times the torchlight is not going to see the end from where you are. But what do you keep doing? Do you stop walking or going where you are going because the torchlight cannot see the end? Do you stop? Do you stop making do you stop moving? Like, do you say, I don't want to go and buy this thing again. I cannot see where I'm going to. Like, I can't see it from where I'm standing now. Do you say that? What do? You simply look at, oh, this, I may not be able to see the destination from where I'm standing now, but all I need is to see the few meters in front of me, and I will keep making progress because when I walk forward a bit for the few meters that I see ahead of me, the more I move forward, the more I'm able to see more, the more the light I'm holding is able to see more, and I'm able to move, progress better. Are you getting this? This is how it is with figuring it out. And this is one of the interesting things about being trying to in trying to figure things out. It's very interesting, right? That you don't have everything figured out at the beginning. It makes the journey more interesting. How many of you have tried to see a movie that you've seen before? If you try to see a movie that you've seen before, does it really interest you again? Like you've seen it before, or you know what is in the movie. Somebody else now wants to watch it now, right? It looks It doesn't look really exciting. Like, oh yeah, now are you getting this? It doesn't really look really, really, you know, exciting, or you're not really looking forward to it again, right? Because you've seen it before. Am I correct? This is the same thing that happens when, but then if it's a movie that you've not seen before, you are ready. Like you are ready for all of the excitement. You are sat for them. You're ready to, allow your emotions to be carried, and where they will shoot somebody in your mind, you're already crying, you think the person has died, and suddenly they tell you that, oh, the person, the gun, it's just so beautiful. And that is how your journey of figuring it out is. Let me tell you something. It is perfectly fine not to have it figured out. All you need to do, like the illustration that I gave, all you need to do is to see the few steps ahead of you, then you keep moving. See the steps ahead of you, and you keep moving. You keep making progress. All right. Because when you make that movement, you would see more at the front. The life that we have been called to live is a walk of faith. Nobody has it figured out. So you must not keep yourself under the pressure that I don't have it figured out. Oh, why is my life like this? Hey, how is my life going to end? Your life will end well. Yes, I'm telling you that if you attended this training, if you've been part of this webinar, and you listen to everything, if you're part of this webinar, you are going to do well. And I'm not kidding right now. Just pay attention to everything that we'll be teaching, right? Of course, I'm rounding off for tonight already. Tomorrow, I want you to come early, all right? We started a bit late because some of us did not arrive early, right? So I want you to get ready tomorrow. Come in early, okay? Come in early. Let's spend some more time. I'm really so pumped up. I wish I can give out everything that I prepared for us, and I'm looking forward to it. Okay, so that pressure of saying I want to have everything figured out, that pressure keeps damaging your mind. The way you grow in clarity, the way you grow in clarity is by taking those few steps. All right, trying things out, learning. All right, you don't need to know the final destination to take the first step. This is what I'm telling you. I know it's looking like, what if I fail? Don't worry. Don't worry about the failure. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Just take the step. Make the motion. Make the progress. Take that first step. You don't have to see the destination before taking the first step. If you are with me, tell me yes. Yes, type yes in the comment. Tell me you're with me. Tell me you're with me. Let me know if you're following this. We're almost done. I'll round up shortly. All right, beautiful. I see your comment. So this is where I say that um I'm going to give you a test to take. This is this part of it we've treated mindset, right? And I said this part we are treating is more like a clarity call, right? Clarity over chaos call, right? Clarity over chaos. I'm going to be sending a link on the group. I want you to take the test and drop your results. Like um tell me the results, what you come up with by the time you are done. It's a very simple test, so make sure you don't lie inside it. Like, be truthful about it. If you lie, if you don't feel the right thing, if you lie, you are going to have an answer. The answer you're going to get to will be the answer that is telling lie. They'll give you, they'll give you, they'll give you. Just my point is, don't lie, okay? Take the test and provide the right, be very sincere and honest. There is something you're about to find out about yourself by the time you take the test. All right, there's something you're about to find out about yourself when you take the test. So I'm going to be stopping here for tonight. So the test I'm saying we should take is like an assessment. You just use that link. That is you're going to be what is going to be our task for tonight. Okay, I'm going to give us some other resources tomorrow. Okay, and it's gonna be a beautiful time again. It's gonna be a beautiful time again. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure sharing with you tonight. I hope um, we started on a good note tonight, and I hope you learned quite a number of things tonight. How was this session for you? I wanted to give me feedback in the on the WhatsApp group, like type and let me see, talk about what this session was for you. And I'm gonna wait to read your comment on the group. Tell me how this session was for you, the first session. Then we pick up from here again tomorrow by 7 p.m. All right. Please make sure you come early so that we can cover more grants. There is still a lot that we have to cover, right? Make sure you come in early. Is that okay? I believe this has been very, very insightful for you. So I'm going to be stopping here tonight. I wish I don't have to stop. I'm feeling like I should continue, right? But let's just stay within time, right? So that um tomorrow again. So I wanted to you go back, reflect on some of the things that we've talked about, um take actions on it, then also take the assessment that I'm going to be sending on the group. Okay. I believe this has been worth your time, guys. Thank you very much for being a part of this. Tell me how the session was for you on our WhatsApp group. Drop the comment. Tell me how this session was for you. Thank you very much. We'll meet again tomorrow by 7 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I appreciate you all. God bless you.